Hey everyone, Andy here from Luminary Wealth. So today I'm switching things up a little bit. I want to briefly talk about why it feels good to spend money. Why does it feel good to buy things? I think most people have been in a situation where they want to buy something that they don't necessarily need. For me, it's typically new workout equipment or maybe some anti-aging supplements, but it looks different for everyone. And when we're faced with a monetary decision like this, our brain enters this conflict. The prefrontal cortex, that's the rational decision-making part of the brain, sends a signal telling us that the purchase is unnecessary. It's not the best use of our money. On the contrary, the emotional part of the brain, the amygdala, tells us that it would feel good to make that purchase. And I think everyone loves getting an Amazon package at the door or unboxing a new product. So basically, these two centers of the brain are in conflict. And this was actually shown in an MRI scan during a study that was done at Princeton University looking at short-term versus long-term monetary rewards. So each person in this study was given the option between a $10 Amazon gift card today or an $11 Amazon gift card tomorrow. And interestingly, those that chose the lower short-term reward had stronger activation of the amygdala over the prefrontal cortex, meaning the emotional center of the brain won out over the rational center of the brain. Now, part of the reason for this can be explained by the release of dopamine one may receive after making an impulsive purchase. This is the same hormone that is released after a pleasurable activity, such as eating, consuming drugs or alcohol, and yeah, of course, the obvious one, but family show. So this is a powerful hormone that really keeps us chasing for more. And as you can see, there's a system of biological processes that have a heavy influence on our spending and saving habits. And so my goal with this is not to praise one and condemn the other, but simply to make you aware of what's happening in your brain so that you can better manage how to respond to those tendencies. And I think one of the first steps in making meaningful, healthy changes regarding your money decisions is first understanding yourself. I think once you understand that, you can begin to develop strategies to manage those tendencies. Your proneness to either saving or spending is part of how you're wired, either due to your DNA or the way you were raised, probably a mix of both. So I'm not asking you to rewire your brain, but I am asking you to consider the following strategies to help you improve your relationship with money. I think the first step is to understand the events leading up to the decision that led to you giving into a spending urge. Now, there may be certain events or circumstances that trigger you to indulge in your tendencies. And I think once you know what those situations are, you can develop a way to kind of manage those triggering events. For instance, if you're bored and boredom leads to excessive shopping for you, perhaps you need to find another hobby that absolves that boredom. Reading a book, binging Netflix, exercising, going out with friends. Find something that gets your mind off the temptation to spend. Or if you've had a stressful day at work, and shopping is a form of stress relief, I think, which is very common, maybe give yourself 30 minutes of another stress relieving activity before you make the decision to buy something. For instance, you could meditate, walk, play with your pet or your kids, watch some funny YouTube videos, call a friend to vent. Find a new coping mechanism for stress relief that is not spending. In my situation, I skip the ads on the health podcast that I listen to limit the temptation to buy the latest workout gear or supplements. Like I said, it's all about knowing yourself. Excess spending as a form of therapy, retail therapy, is very normal, and I don't think it's something to be ashamed of. It's literally your own biology, and that we cannot change. But what we can change is our recognition of those tendencies, as well as the actions that we take in response to those desires. So take some time to think through your habits and try to develop some new habits that improve your relationship with money. Well, I genuinely hope that this was interesting and helpful. Give it a try and have a great week.